And we are joined now by Radek Wojtaszek, Super Grandmaster from Poland, who is going to take us through what was, in his mind, the critical moment from his round 4 victory here at the Chess.com Isle of Man. So, Radek.
Yeah, I was playing yesterday against Indian Grandmaster Suri Vaibhav.
Yep.
And obviously here I'm better. I mean this endgame is simply pleasant for me because strong knight is here. Also his knight is stuck to this pawn. And also I started some action here to create some weaknesses on this side. And here he went rook c6 and of course I saw knight b7.
Right.
But I thought king c7, rook c6 is nothing, but
and this was obviously, a wasted check.
Yeah, obviously I should see it. I supposed to be 2700 Grandmaster, so knight d8 would finish the game simply.
Yeah.
Especially that, I mean, there is simply...
right.
Yeah, yeah, it's over simply.
And what has become an unofficial sort of rest day here at the Isle of Man with so many strong Grandmasters taking a bye, this is... You joked before we started that missing this tactic made you feel like maybe you needed some rest.
Yeah, I mean, normally I wouldn't have a rest day, of course, but I was playing Batumi, and straight from that I went to play a Club Cup.
The schedule for chess professionals is busier than it's ever been.
Yeah, I mean, this is my third event in a row, and almost straight from that I'm flying to China to play some strong event with Anish, Maxim, Dinkler and so on. So I thought if I will ever
now
use
is your chance.
This rest day, it's now.
Right.
And I mean, once I didn't see this fork, I thought that maybe something is going wrong and I should do it something with that.
Well, we had a discussion with Vladimir Kromnik before you, and we were talking about just how busy it is. Obviously, it's great to be a chess professional when there's so many opportunities to play. But then,
no, it's excellent.
But the other problem is
I will not complain.
No, you can't complain, but also
it's quite strange because I will play like 35 games in a row, almost let's say almost within
35 and 40, 35 almost.
Yes, something like this. And after China, I will have like 3 months break or something like this because there is nothing left.
Yeah,
nothing left for me. So I mean, but I think we are quite used to this.
Yeah,
that sometimes we are extremely busy and sometimes we are chilling.
Right.
And also that was simply an occasion to visit a beautiful place.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that this island is simply amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, especially the promenade and so on.
The boardwalk.
It's excellent.
I've gone for a run. I've seen you going for some walks. So.
We are coming here with Alina, of course.
Yeah. Well, okay. So obviously you blundered. You didn't see this tactic, but still a lot of instructional opportunities left here, I think. I mean, white space advantage and the fact that you have a stronger knight means you're still better, even though you missed it.
Yes, of course.
So what did you play?
Actually, what I wanted to say also that I spent like 8 minutes on this move.
So a lot of time.
This is embarrassing.
Right.
Like really, I mean, if I would make a simple move like in, I don't know, 30 seconds, it would be...
Or if you were under time pressure and you
something
missed
like this.
Maybe, right.
Yeah. And so I went rook a2 just to make a move, because it's such a structure that I can wait a little bit because he has simply no counterplay whatsoever.
Okay.
Of course, now he went king e7, and that was difficult because I understood that I blundered.
Right.
Especially at his face,
Right.
I saw that now he was relieved, kind of.
Right.
So it wasn't an easy feeling, but I thought, okay, I mean, what to do? We still have to play the game.
It's over now. Right.
Yeah, and let's win the second game.
Okay, yeah.
So-called, no?
It's hard psychologically sometimes, but I mean, as a professional, I was once told by a friend of mine, Alex Onashuk, he said, the one thing about being a professional is you can't focus on the past. You have to focus on the present.
I think someone said, I think that was Karpov, who said that you should play simply the structure which you have, not something which happened before.
Right.
So exactly the same you mentioned. And king e7, I think I went f4 just to gain some space. and here, and here he went h5, which also made me wonder what I'm doing, because now this pawn h4 is quite loose, because okay, if he will bring his knight to f5, somehow he is getting some counterplay, and this is not what I wanted to allow. And also now the problem is that it's hard to make some progress here. I can go e4, but after e4,
d4.
This pawn will be somehow hanging.
Right.
So I didn't really know what I was doing. I just went rook c2 because it felt
natural,
nice to double, and also sometimes I want to go knight d3 and bring it to e5.
Okay.
And he went knight d6. I went back, and if he would go knight c8, I'm not really sure what I would be doing. Of course, I would be playing on, but it's not really clear how. But I think here he went rook c7, and that was okay. That it wasn't a real mistake, but the point is that after rook a1,
now you're threatening knight a6.
But I think he still has knight b5 move, threatening knight c3, and I think also knight here is quite active compared to c8.
Right.
But he made this mistake. I think that was move 37, something like this, and he did this mistake to play rook a8. I mean, obviously his idea was to go.
Doesn't want to remove
here,
the knight from this plan. Makes sense. Right.
And here I found this very strong idea, which I think is simply winning the game, g6.
Okay.
So he has to take. And now the crucial point is to go rook a6, because now he's
you've frozen
really
the knight
stuck.
to e6.
Now he's really stuck because I mean he has simply no moves.
Right.
And
you have another weakness you can go after.
And now he went knight f5, and now again I actually checked this with an engine, and he agreed that king d3 is the very strong move, because if you take here, let's say with the knight, the problem is that rook c3 and e3 pawn is hanging, so I don't want to give him any
That's
activity.
a strong idea too, because maybe now in some positions you have e4 and the knight might even get trapped over there.
So he took.
Okay.
And now the point is that I'm taking first this guy. Now he has nothing better than rook d7. Now I'm going back. Rook c7, this is what happened, and now I'm playing rook h1.
Okay, and you're preparing to gain a tempo on the knight as it retreats.
And now it's a funny moment, because after knight f5, I was sure that I should go first e4, knight d6, e5, knight f5,
and then
rook g6. But now the problem is that there is
rook d8.
Rook d8. I think knight e6 might be the move, but there is some strong move.
Oh, maybe knight takes d4 and then check.
But then rook d6.
It gets out. Okay.
That was always my plan. I think. Hang on, let me recall what was. That was rook d8, and after knight e6 there is rook c6.
Okay.
And knight d8, rook takes g6, and it's getting very unclear. I'm not even sure I'm better.
Right.
There, so it's actually a.
So you decided to take immediately.
Yeah. So I took here first. And now king f7, I went rook a6 back. If I would go this, which looks natural, because let's say he goes g6, I go this, and it's game over, because then I go e4 and so on. But the problem is that he goes. Sorry, I was thinking about this, because now I want to go e4, right? Mm-hmm. But the problem is that he goes h4,
and he has g3.
And after e4 he has knight g3, and it's getting very unclear, because sometimes it can run, no?
Right.
And it will be not so simple to stop him. So I went this. There is nothing better than g6, because he has to protect this guy somehow.
Right.
If he goes h4, I simply go e4.
Okay.
Rook takes h4. So he goes g6. Now I go e4. He goes knight e7, and now I mean, maybe there are many ways to win. Although I'm not really sure because I was thinking about some move like this and then to push.
Right.
But I don't know. Maybe if he goes rook c6, take d5, and then I don't. Maybe he runs from this side. Maybe
Right.
from this side. It might be not so simple still. So I went e5, which looks like an ugly move at first because it gives him some squares. But on the other hand, I will have an excellent king in the
And
center.
you're threatening rook f6.
Yes,
immediately,
as well.
Right.
So now he went this move because now if I go d5, he takes.
Uh-huh.
Or
knight
of
b4.
course knight b4.
He'll
So king
choose.
e4. Now he went rook b8 and now exactly rook b4 and now I was happy to find. Okay, I saw it before, but rook c1 it felt simply too strong because now after rook b4 there is this knight trick, nice trick.
Very nice, yeah.
And king e6 and everything is exchanged and is simply winning endgame. Because he will also lose one of the pawns, or g6 or a7.
Right. Okay.
So this is...
So he didn't play rook b4.
No, he didn't play rook before, but anyway...
At this point, it's almost over.
Yeah, so he went knight e7. I mean, to stop this knight e6 idea, I went rook a1, and here probably he should go knight c6 back, but it's probably lost anyway.
Yeah.
He went rook b4, which felt kinda active, but then I found this time I found this fork.
Yeah.
So after
Knight a6.
this move,
He just
resigned.
resigned.
Yeah, he resigned.
Well, I mean, excellent technique. Obviously, it hurts when you miss the move.
Yeah,
knight
okay,
b7,
but I think what's important is just not to overthink it. No, I
Right.
mean, okay, yeah, it happened, but what to do? You still play the game, and that's it.
No, I mean, it's a super valuable takeaway. I think psychologically is one of the things chess players struggle with the most.
Yes, of
Because you're
course.
supposed to be
I mean,
as
I do,
perfect.
but
Right.
yeah, but sometimes,
It's one of the things that I remember
Of course.
Onashek in that conversation. He told me it's when he knows he's on good form is when he's able to let go of the past, and when he's not, when he can't get it out of his head is when he knows like he's not in his
of
best
course.
form, right? But and I think this idea of showing that despite the symmetry in the pawns, that there's still tactical opportunities to advance, right? This G6 move, I think,
G6
is really
was
instructive.
important, but also what was instructive, I think that even though I was better here, you have to find some weaknesses over there.
Right.
No, so you can switch from one side to the other.
Yeah.
For instance, around here, if he would manage to go G6 himself, I think it wouldn't be,
It'd be very
easy
difficult.
at all.
Yeah.
I would have to go with some E4, but then this D4
Right.
pawn is...
Right. And I think sometimes less experienced players look at the symmetry and they don't look for these opportunities, because when you have a majority, a 2-on-1, it's easier, right? But when it's equal, you miss these opportunities. Are very important, I think.
Yeah, and here also one thing is that if you attack on one side and then you are trying to find some spot on the second side, like here, normally it ends up with the center, and exactly this happened. This guy was
the weakest
loose.
point.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's a great
I
tip.
thought that was quite
Honestly,
important.
this has been one of my favorite sessions. This was great, jumping right,
you.
getting all your thoughts on the critical moment and the psychology there. And I have to say, so you said that you don't have any big events coming up for 3 months, but you do have one big event on November 3rd, even though you won't be playing. You have a team that you formed with your countryman, Jan Krzysztof Duda.
As well, I think most of the guys are from Warsaw, but we are also having Jan, who is from Krakow, it will be our first season there. Hopefully, we will qualify.
Right.
I will play in the
if
season if we qualify, but I am sure we will.
Well, I think as soon as the fans find out that we have
that we are playing
a pro
and so
chess
on.
league team coming from Poland, and
Exactly, I'm
which is
sure
essentially your Olympiad team, right? You have Jan Krzysztof, you have you. I mean, a very
Kasper
very
will be playing, Piorun as well. There will be our coach, his wife, my wife. So I think plenty of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I obviously,
Good guys, so-
I have to remain unbiased, but I can say I hope you qualify on November 3rd. I hope we're seeing you
I
play
really do. Yeah.
in the Pro Chess League, and so maybe enjoy your last trip to China, and then enjoy your rest so that your team can win the Pro Chess League starting in January. So,
hopefully we will.
hey, this has been amazing. Thank you so much, and
Thanks a lot.
good luck in the rest of the tournament.
Yeah. Thank you.